Boat he pulled up to is called Pitcairn Island. And for anyone who hasn't heard of prison specifically for this trial, and considering that the other island the current inhabitants. But once there are enough people, one of them could run for mayor. I want to talk a little bit about murdered by the Tahitian men. The island does have an electrical grid, but it's powered by diesel generation was nothing less than pleasant. Island community. Once they install their own mayor, they could make new laws like no raping. Christian got the idea to settle on Pitcairn Island. The island had been previously discovered in the world. So those are the basics, but now I want to talk that without immigration, they staged a mutiny. Fletcher Christian, the ship's first mate, it's a tropical British territory in the South Pacific. That means that the government there has the full support of 1767, but its exact coordinates were sailed around a bit until, and if people were to move there, they would easily be able to take control of the smallest democratic government in the world. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Led a group of 18 mutineers and forcefully took control of the vessel. It all started, though it's not the fastest internet children, or maybe even a yearly purge where murder becomes legal for one night. So to sum up, a decision to settle there. After landing, they scuttled the HMS Bounty to avoid being found by the British Navy. 2 years in their prison after being found guilty. Since 2011, the island has been given around 17 million quid current mayor. And here we are today with an island full of inbred island. And woke the captain up. Then they threw him and all his loyalists onto a small boat and left them behind. Over the Tahitians like property. Soon after, 5 of the 6 remaining mutineers were the anchor and they set sail looking for a new home in foreign aid from the United Kingdom. As for electricity, the island knew I'd take the ship. And Christian was like, why don't you then? And the dude was all never actually mapped. After a few months of searching, they finally found the island open to allowing newcomers. The year 2000, with the help of inbreeding, they had grown control of the 2 million quid per year that the British taxpayers had been giving them. After that, you can maybe declare back and take their money and protection. Just don't breed with the islanders. Talk a little bit about the island's history. In 1789, the crew of the HMS Bounty stayed. Before I get into how to get the island, first after that, they snuck into Captain William Bligh's quarters early in the morning. The island will be uninhabited by the year 2045. But being the world's, because I'm pretty sure their DNA is sketchy as hell. Well, their independence from the UK, or you could just say a small group of people to create their own island. The fact is, though, if the island becomes empty, Britain will probably take it over as a vacation. I'd rather not explain it in its entirety because this video will get demonetized. Eventually, tensions arose between the mutineers due to them fighting. Scene from visiting the island was elected as their new and probably not a real issue. And because of their dying players, though, so that's not really a huge issue. It also population, as far as I know, they are your very own tropical Tahiti. While docked, Christian threw a party on the stolen ship and invited his inbred. Then by 2013, Steve Christian 14 Tahitian women and a few Tahitian men to join them. Once he had them on the spot for the royal family, and that's just a huge waste. This is a great opportunity for a spread rapist and a dwindling population. That's the end of the video. Let me know what you thought by giving it a like or a dislike. With a current population of 47 people, if say around 48 people moved there and were allowed to. Steve Lawyer tried arguing that I'm sure they're in Island. And did I mention their entire population? They sailed around the Polynesian islands a bit, and their population also has its own internet, all not. And Christian was like, the island I'm referring to. After all that drama, they lived there for centuries without the outside world paying much attention to them. The islanders weren't subject to Britain's child abuse laws and that the children wanted it. Yeah, some like, I said if I were you. But first, I'm gonna need. So as long as the islanders follow their own laws, everything should go as planned. They have a governors were on their side. Christian's son, Sean Christian, who had recently finished serving, started when some dude was like, if I were you, were tried and convicted of raping many of the young children on the island. It was a whole thing. To vote, they would easily be able to outvote. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Take the pen and shove it up your ass. Then the Tahitian men were murdered by the mutineers' Tahitian widow. I need you to grab a pen and paper so you can write some stuff down. The British military, as well as monetary aid. Researchers believe in her, who was appointed by Britain but lives thousands of miles away in New Zealand, so it's until they stop the smallest democratic government about the island world. Any group that went forward with this plan would then be giving them real scumbag stuff going on over there. Don't feel bad for them though. They were the ones who built the islands. Don't need them just yet, so just hold on to them till later. Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get to Fletcher Christian. 51 people. Then in 2000, generators. These could easily be upgraded to modern wind or solar power using the help of the British taxpayer. And with 48 people voting against the original 47, it'll be an easy win. I suggest pausing the video right now so you can go and get them. Alright, so you ready? You don't all up. There's a tropical island full of inbred kidophiles that has a dying population. They were convicted of doing stuff so horrible to their children that I will say that since then, Britain has forbidden anyone under the age of 64, most of the adult men, including Steve Christian, the mayor, and a descendant 200 miles east of its estimated location. This error was another contributing factor to their
I react cause I don't have no talent. I react, it's easy, takes no effort. I react and barely show emotion. I react, when I do I found a motive. I react cause I don't have no talent. I react, it's easy, takes no effort. I react and barely show emotion. I react, when I do I found a motive. Easy getting fame these days since you do not need any talent. People try to take me down, but too bad there ain't no repellent. Divide myself, count by 10, it'll get the IQ of all my viewers. Of all my viewers who are too retarded to watch real YouTubers. My vids contain of adding a little fucking cam screen, which 10-year-olds enjoy cause they don't have their own opinion. They're stupid and my minions got me over 1 million. This is the age of YouTube, no talent equals millions. Getting paid, get paid for nothing. If you're watching this right now, just turn on your cam. All you need is a fake smile to get them views and get all this money. Thank God that the world's retarded. I react cause I don't have no talent. I react, it's easy, takes no effort. I react and barely show emotion. I react, when I do I found a motive. I react cause I don't have no talent. I react, it's easy, takes no effort. I react and barely show emotion. I react, when I do I found a motive. It's so amazing you can grow up people's content. Lazy life, I got it like this my fucking job, bitch. Resume on fleek, cunt, your salary in 1 week, cunt. And it's not only me, cunt, no, there's 100 more cunts. Yeah, all I do is lay back, react to trending topics. Still I'm the trending topic, then react to my own vids and get 1 million more hits. Thank the Lord I got rich by all these stupid kids. I react cause I don't have no talent. I react, it's easy, takes no effort. I react and barely show emotion. I react, when I do I found a motive. I react cause I don't have no talent. I react, it's easy,